Hi, welcome to Polyphonic Press. I'm Jeremy Boyd, and today I'm going to be looking at the debut album from Jet entitled Get Born. Here we go. When Jet released their debut album in September of 2003, the world of rock was a very different place than it is today. The late 90s saw an influx of post-grunge music, of bands like Nickelback and Creed and Stained and Seether, and all these bands were coming out, and people were ready for a change, or at least something they hadn't heard in a while. This gave way to the garage rock revival craze of the early 2000s with bands like The Strokes, The White Stripes, and Kings of Leon. Jet were really at the right place at the right time and were welcomed into the world with open arms. Of the 4 singles that were released from the album, they all received a significant airplay, and getting a gig opening for the Rolling Stones in 2003 and 2004, for a time, Jet was really one of the biggest bands in the world. I think the defining song on this album is probably Are You Gonna Be My Girl? It was certainly the biggest hit this band ever had, and it really sort of helped bring straight-ahead rock and roll back into the mainstream. The band received some criticism for this song for having a similar rhythm to Lust for Life by Iggy Pop, and the songs do kind of have a similar rhythm, but each song really has their own characteristics. Regardless, it's a good, fun power pop song, and it really brought the band some much-deserved worldwide attention. I think my favorite song on this album is Get Me Outta Here, and much like Are You Gonna Be My Girl, it really blends power pop and blues really well. Part of what I really like about this song is towards the middle it kind of breaks down and the piano is really wailing away, playing some really great rock and roll, and I really like it when a piano plays some really sort of boogie-woogie kind of stuff. And a lot of modern music, when you hear a piano, it's more of a ballad or a melancholy thing, and don't really get to hear a rockin' piano anymore. But I really love it when a band uses it in a full rock song. It really sounds fantastic. The production on this album is pretty stripped down and basic. You're not going to get huge productions or big drums or weird electronic noises or anything like that. It's a rock and roll album, and the production certainly reflects that. All these songs really need are guitar, bass, drums, sometimes piano, sometimes some organ, and that's really all these songs require, and that's really a true testament to these songs and how well they're written and how well they're performed by a really good rock and roll band. So if you're a fan of really good guitar-driven rock and roll, I highly recommend picking up this album. It's a really great starter to get into the world of the garage rock revival scene in the early 2000s. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of this album. Let me know what you guys think about this album. Be sure to subscribe so you know when I post new videos. You can check us out on Twitter and Facebook, as well as the website polyphonicpress.net. All those links are in the description, and you can check out some other videos on the right here, and that's about it. I'm Jeremy Boyd. Take it easy.